Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Smooth.
And I'm Quan, and we are Mirror Image.
And you are now tuned into the hottest entertainment blog on YouTube,
The Scorpion Show.
Make our love even stronger when we make love, love, love. When we make love, love, love. Yeah. Girl, be as freaky as you wanna. Get nasty after hours. Hop up on this thing so you can ride.
Alright, so we want you guys to check out our new album entitled No Holding Back, available for purchase on iTunes and Amazon.
Yep, some of the songs you can find on there: Brag, Sweet Love, In the Rain, Alone, and also our new single that's coming out soon, Don't Trip.
You can also check out all of our videos on official Mirror Image TV, that is on YouTube.
Yep, so make sure you guys subscribe. And also you can follow us on Twitter at Mirror Image Status, me at Yo Smooth.
And you can follow me at Yo Quan.
Yep, and everything you need to know about R&B duo group Mirror Image can be found at officialmirrorimage.com.
Come back, man. Won't you come back? I need you, yeah.
Alright, so thanks for watching Kevin and Mikhail and the Scorpion. Smooth? Where you going, man?
Kevin just posted a new video.
Alright, this is Mirror Image. Thanks for watching the Scorpion Show. We out.
This should be recording. Let me make sure my phone off. What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikhail. We are back with a new video. I'm going to start this video off by saying thank you to everyone who watched our previous video on Thursday morning with Todrick Hall. You know, it took us a while to get our schedules together to get Todrick on the show, but I'm glad that you all enjoyed his presence on the show, and thank you to everyone who followed him. And thank you to all the new people that follow us from seeing him on our show and subscribing to our show. This past week, you know, the Scorpion Show lost 4,000 subscribers due to YouTube cleaning up, you know, all the inactive accounts on YouTube. So, you know, that just makes our journey to 100,000 even more, not harder, but it means a whole lot more to us because now we had a setback and now we're really trying to get there. So, you know, if you could tell people to subscribe, if you could share our videos, tweet our videos, you know, we are grateful for that. You know, I didn't have a regular, you know, I had a good weekend this weekend. You know, I hung out with my friends, Brandon and Dennis. We had a good time. We went to the movies. We went to Brandon's house just to talk and chill. And then we went to dinner. Mikhail came. And we all had a good time at that dinner. You know, and then Saturday came and I wanted to go out to the club. I wanted to have a good time. I didn't know it was snowing and everything. And I woke up Saturday morning and I was listening to Whitney Houston music like for the past 2 mornings. I was even tweeting like there will never be a voice like hers. And, you know, so many people was leaving comments on it. And then the next day we found out that Whitney Houston passed. And, you know, when I seen it on the screen, like, I was in shock. I was mad. I cried. You know, I just can't believe it. You know, like, you know, I woke up Sunday. It still don't feel real. Like, you hear the news reports, but it just don't seem real. And you didn't get a chance to speak about it. So, you know, how do you feel about it?
I found out on Twitter, but I didn't think it was real until you called me. Because when I found out, I rolled my eyes and I just, oh please. Because I was driving to the movies on Saturday when I found out. And just so happens I was in New Jersey, the state where Whitney Houston is from. And you called me, and when you called me, you were just like very, very upset. And I was just like, oh God. I knew so. I was just like, oh my God, I'm about to get fired from the Scorpion Show. God, why is he firing me now? No, but then when you were saying, and I was just like, I didn't believe you. And I was like, are you sure? And you were like, yeah, it's all on the news. And I was just like, oh my God. I was with my friend Sean, and it was just one of those things where I pulled into the movie theater parking lot, and I had to really catch my breath because I felt myself like gasping for air. I was just like, I cannot believe that Whitney Houston is gone when we just had these posts, you know, on these different blog sites about her coming from the club and looking like she was having fun and stuff like that. And I just, I couldn't believe it. So we just saw her like 2 days ago. It was really sad. You know, I told you yesterday that I think anybody who knows me as far as, you know, when it comes to singers, I really don't pay too much attention to the new school singers. You know, I don't have anything against them. I just think that, you know, the singers of the Arethas and the Patties and the Gladyses and the Shakas and the Whitneys and the Mariahs, those were the singers that I really, really enjoyed listening to. So for the past few months, I was listening to, not the past few months, the past few weeks I was listening to, while I was at work, going on YouTube and just pulling up some old live Whitney Houston stuff. And I was going back to a lot of her gospel stuff because, you know, that's where Whitney started out from. And I'll tell you, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, and Patti LaBelle are three singers who, when it comes to gospel, it's it. That is it. Those three singers, they can sing gospel. You know what I'm saying? And so I was listening to a lot of Whitney Houston's old gospel stuff, and I was just like, oh my God, like saying to myself, I remember one day I was at work and I said, thank God I was alive when, around the time of Whitney Houston, not thinking that a few days later she would be dead. I was just saying, you know, thank God, like, because you know how, you know, some people of our generation, we may have been told how great people like Ella Fitzgerald and Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong and Miles Davis, how great they were. But we really don't really know because we weren't there to experience it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, 20, 30 years from now, we're going to be telling people how great Whitney Houston was, but they're not going to really, you know, like, okay, well, she was great. But it's like, for you to actually be living while she was here, it's like, that's in a whole nother realm. Just like with Michael Jackson. Unless you were alive when Michael Jackson was alive, you will never really understand the power of that man and what he did. But it was so sad because it was just like, of all people, Whitney Houston, you know what I mean? Of all people, her. She had her ups and she had her downs, but never did I ever think that something like that would happen to her. But I had to remind myself that it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter where you're going. When God is ready to call you home, He will call you home. It don't matter how old you are. There were some people saying, but she was only 48. And some people out here, it don't matter. It don't matter how old you are. You know, when He's ready for you, when He feels as though your time down here is up, He's going to call you on home. And that's what He did with Whitney Houston. And it's like, for me, I wish that she was still here. I wish she was still here, even though she wasn't the same Whitney Houston that she was 20 years ago. But just to have her presence still around, like this legend, I wish she was still here for her family. I wish she was still here for her daughter. But I have to keep reminding myself that now she's at a much better place. A much better place. You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, it's going to take a lot of people a long time for them to understand that, especially her daughter. Because her daughter's only 18 years old. Only 18
she's been in and out the hospital.
Yeah, it's going to take her a long time to understand that. A long time to understand it. But you know,
she's had a hard life too.
Who? Her daughter? Yeah, she has.
She's had a hard life.
She has. But you know what? You just say today at work, the radio station that we were listening to, they played all Whitney Houston music all day. They didn't play any other artists. It was just all Whitney Houston. And there were some songs that I had never even heard of, and then there were some songs that I was just like, oh my God, I remember this song. But it was just like, for all day for me at work, I just felt myself like having to stop myself from crying, or I would start shedding a tear and I'd be like, oh my God, like, I just can't believe like the power of that voice.
It was amazing.
The power of then they had the nerve to play the national anthem by Whitney Houston.
She slayed that song.
Let me tell you something.
I understood something better.
I have a very, very interesting story that involves Whitney Houston. So, I used to go to this elementary school. I don't know. I don't live here. I don't know. I used to go to this elementary school called Lowell Elementary. And I went in the 90s. And you know, in the 90s when I went, that's when Whitney Houston was really, really big. And every morning, I don't think they do that too much with schools today. Maybe they do, I don't know. But every morning, the principal would get on the loudspeaker, and the whole school, you know, if you were in your classroom, you had to stand up, put your right hand over your heart, and the principal would say the pledge of allegiance over the, you know, over the PA system. After the principal or a student that they called, you know, they chose to do the the thing, then they played the national anthem, and the only national anthem they played was the Whitney Houston version. And that was throughout my whole entire time that I went to Lowell Elementary. And it was like that was the only version I knew. Was Whitney Houston's version, because that was the only version that they played. It wasn't like somebody got on the loudspeaker and sang. No. After we said the Pledge of Allegiance, we had to continue to stand, because then they played the national anthem, and it was the Whitney Houston's version. And that was the only version I ever knew until I got old enough to know about the Super Bowl and all that type of stuff and started, you know, paying attention. But boy, I mean, I watched Wendy Williams today. And Wendy Williams had me in tears. I was just, oh Lord.
I knew she was going to be a sloppy mess.
Oh Lord, I mean, she...
But you know, it's just, wait, before you talk about that, it's just so weird that we was just talking about that Friday at dinner when Brandon's like, I heard Whitney Houston broke, and we like, Whitney Houston
So like, what is this? One thing about, isn't that so ironic? And I think we both said that at the same time. Like, oh no, Whitney Houston is not broke. That's one thing. She may be a lot of things, but broke she is not, okay?
And then we start talking about that Wendy interview and everything.
Yeah, we did.
It's just so crazy, like, this whole weekend. But go ahead. You know, Wendy, she was a mess.
Yeah, Wendy, you know... Wendy, I felt it was really heartfelt from her. I really did. You know, of course, Wendy, you know, in the past said some slick stuff about Whitney Houston. I think a lot of people did. We all, you know, may have said a few jokes about Whitney, you know, here and there. Excuse me. But I think Wendy's, you know, what she had to say today on her show was really heartfelt. And I honestly believe this. You know, Wendy said how she always thought that the day her and Whitney Houston would meet was when they were a little older and like in their 50s or something like that. And as I was watching her, I said to myself, no, I never pictured that. I always pictured that eventually one day Whitney Houston would come on Wendy's show, and then they would talk about what it was that they had problems with in the past. I always thought that was going to happen. And that was the one thing that I gave Wendy Williams. I always said to myself, if Wendy Williams keeps up with this show, Whitney's going to eventually come on. Remember that whole thing that Wendy had for Whitney when her album came out, and she had the fans and then she had the cardboard Whitney. It's sad. It is really sad. It's really sad. Of all people, Whitney Houston.
The saddest thing for me is that I've always envisioned Whitney, you know, overcoming drugs and just being in a much happier place and, you know, talking about it, and, you know, people just fall in love with her all over again. Even though her voice would never be the same, like I've always just pictured that Whitney, and it just upsets me that we will never get a chance to see that, because that is something I've always wanted to see for her, because you know the drugs, it really did a number on her, and it really did something to that voice. Like I really can't say all I want to say, but I'm gonna say that I do think that Whitney was not the normal Whitney. When I seen the videos and I seen the pictures from Thursday night, it just didn't seem right. You know, I wanted to think that, you know, shit, it's Grammy weekend, you know, Whitney's just letting her hair down, it's not that serious. And then 2 days later, she's just gone. Like, it's crazy. It's like that just, to me, stuff just don't happen like that. Just like that. It had to be something. And it's sad to see those videos, because regular Whitney Houston, and when I seen her walking fast off and she just had all of this energy, you know, something, it just wasn't right. But it just pains me that she's not here. And I know we shouldn't talk about the negative stuff, but, you know, Celine Dion, she was talking this morning to Robin Roberts about how she fears going out to industry parties and, you know, having herself a good time, because drugs have taken over our big celebrities like Elvis and Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. You know, she went on to say a lot. And I think that some people, you know, are upset with her, but Celine is just saying what we are all afraid to say. She's saying what no one wants to talk about. No one wants to remember Whitney Houston being on drugs, but she's the person that's, you know, she's saying it and she's letting it be known like this is what happens when you do stuff like this. And I'm not mad at Celine Dion, but I don't think that this was the right time to do that while people are grieving. I don't think it's the right time to say it. But I do agree with her, and something I will never, ever forget is when Mikkel and I, we were backstage with Lady Gaga in Philly, and she talked to us, and she was telling us how important it is to remain humble and to keep people around you that care about you, and to never get sucked into Hollywood. And don't go off doing things, and don't put yourself around bad people, because if you do, you're going to change. So, you know, I appreciate that from her, and that is something that I will never ever forget. And, you know, when you see these people like these celebrities on drugs and stuff, I wonder, how does that happen? Like, how? Why? Because I've seen people on drugs, and I know that shit ain't for me. I know it's not for me. And, you know, I said I would never take a E-pill. You know, I got friends that might have done it or still do it from time to time. I would never do it because I've seen stories where people die from it. The cocaine, that ain't something I want. And I have a friend that's on it now in the neighborhood, lost all of his talents. You know, I don't think you should ever do anything to destroy the extraordinary gifts that God give you. That's what I'm going to say. Don't do anything that will hinder that, because God will punish you for that. So, you know, I don't know what else to say, but Whitney Houston, you know, we love you. We will always love you, and I'm going to try my hardest to go to the funeral on, I don't know if it's on Thursday or Friday, where it's going to be at, but I know I just need to be in that area just to, you know, pay my respects to Whitney Houston. She's classic, she's legendary, she's a music icon, and, you know, I didn't have no way of getting to see Michael Jackson, but I would have been one of those people out there if I lived in LA. And because it's only in Newark, New Jersey, I got to go there. I have to be there. So I'm going to go. But I want to say to everybody, if you're on drugs or if you do things like that, like, try to get help. Because that's not something you want to be. Or if you're addicted to anything, try to get some help. Don't do it for other people. Do it for you. That's all I'm going to say about it. So on Sunday last night was the Grammys. And, you know, I feel that the Grammys, I do feel like we were suckered by the Grammys because they were talking Saturday night like they were going to do this big tribute to Whitney Houston and how they was making plans on changing the whole show around Whitney to remember her. And I don't feel that they did a great job at that. Like, I think they could have had more. If they're not going to have performances, they could have shown Whitney clips throughout the show from past Grammys. They only did one time. So I feel like they used us to get the ratings, and they had 39 million viewers, and they'll never get that many viewers. So I do think in a little bit they did. But the show itself, the show started off great. The Grammys started off great. We had, I didn't like Bruce Springsteen, but I said, okay, whatever. You know, we had The Prayer for Whitney, then Bruno Mars. He did Runaway Baby. He did a great job. Great job. I know you liked that performance.
I did.
It was great. Chris Brown performed in that hour. You know, I'm like, damn, I'm really loving this Grammys. And then after Rihanna and Coldplay, and I must say, Rihanna, you did a great job. And you sang live, and you instrumented some dance steps in there. I'm proud of you for that. Like, this is just baby steps. You know, you got to crawl before you walk. You got to crawl before you walk. So
But she did
a great job.
She did.
And I just want her to incorporate dance more into her music, because I need to turn this fan on. She would be bad, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Once you start doing those dance steps, she's going to be a bad girl. Come on, y'all ain't going to be able to stop her. She's only 23. She got a long way to go in this industry. So anyway, great job with Rihanna. But then after that, it seemed like the show went downhill for the next hour because it was like country bumpkin after country bumpkin after country bumpkin after country bumpkin. I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know, Mikkel and I wasn't watching that stuff. We kept flipping back and forth through Mob Wives and the Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's like, what are y'all doing? Then Adele picked up the 10 o'clock hour. No, Katy Perry, I enjoyed her performance. I'm just not here for the hair. That blue hair got to go. I didn't like it. Talk, Mikkel. I've been talking for like 8 hours. I can't talk anymore.
Well, I liked Rihanna's. I thought she did good. I like Chris Brown. I thought he did good too. Bruno Mars. I never really paid attention to him, but I really liked that song and I liked that performance. And I thought he did James Brown justice. I thought he did a really good job. Katy Perry, you liked it. I didn't like it. I just didn't. I didn't like it at all. First of all, I didn't know what was going on. But I will say this. Nicki fucking Minaj.
Wait, before you even go in on her.
With an S.
Before we go in.
Because
can we just say, Adele, you fucking did that shit last night?
She did.
Like, everybody was waiting for Adele.
She did.
They were waiting for her.
It was her night.
Soon as that fucking guitar went doom, 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 everybody was like, they was getting their claps on. I know some people probably was dancing and singing. Adele, that's all you had to do. You didn't need no dramatic shit. All you had to do was just stand there and sing. So I'm very, very proud of you. Like, I am so happy just to see her like that. You know, from almost losing her voice, you are really the comeback of the night, Adele. Like, you really, really are. 6 Grammys in one night. She won for Best Music Video Short Form, Best Pop Solo Performance, Best Pop Vocal Album, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year. Congratulations to you, Adele. And I know that album is going to sell even more albums. 39 million people watching. Some people never heard of Adele or never knew why. People are so sucked in on Adele. Well, 39 million people got to see why. And Adele, you are really doing it. So, congratulations to you. Like, really congratulations to you. Now, that Nicki of a Minaj character, go ahead. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go because I don't want to get mad, but I know I'm going to get mad. Let me tell you why I'm going to get mad.
Go ahead.
Nicki Minaj, this is why I'm going to get mad. You are a rap star. Now you are a rap star trying to be a pop star. You don't know where you want to be. You don't know if you want to sing with little girls, shake your ass, or you want to be Roman, or you want to be an actress. What the fuck do you want to be? I don't know what you want to be. That's why you didn't win that Best New Artist category. If I'm sitting there, if I'm a member of the Grammy, and I'm looking at someone who shows you who they are, you got 4 other people that shows you who they are, who don't have an alter ego, who don't keep changing. I'm looking at you like, well, who is she? Who is this girl? I don't know this girl.
Which one am I voting for?
Yes. Roman girl. I am not Jasmine. I am a Latin. Starting to feel like a dungeon dragon. Girl, what do you want to be? That's what I want to know. You don't know if you want to come for all the other rap girls. You don't know if you want to come for Lil' Kim. You don't know if you want to be Lady Gaga. Then I seen a tweet. Yes, a Little Red. I seen some tweet talking about, well, her and Lady Gaga have the same creative director or same person. Well, first of all, let me tell you something. I am Nicki Minaj. I am not Lady Gaga. You're not going to have me dressing like some fucking Lady Gaga. What you want to do is give me my own unique style. Okay? Because now it's like every time I see you, you're in some stupid ass outfit. And I don't care if the Barbies get mad at me. I'm telling y'all the fucking truth. Nicki Minaj, every time you do something, you don't look right when you do it. Lady Gaga looks amazing. She looked amazing last night with the black net and the black and gold and the fucking staff. She looked good. You look like Little Red Riding Hood. You did not look like Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry, girl. Then once she came to the What was the last music show she came to? VMAs, looking a mess.
No, was it the good one?
I thought it was the AMAs. She still looked a mess.
Did we see the AMA?
I was drunk. It was my birthday. But still, the performance is whack. Her performance styles is whack. I did not understand why the Grammys gave Nicki Minaj the 11 o'clock hour to give us that bullshit. She could have performed at Clive Davis' party and did that shit. Because I don't want to see that at no Grammys. You just made yourself look like a fool.
And she didn't win.
No. And I know she was mad. And I was kind of disappointed, but I'm like, well, look. This is what it is. You can't be five different people and expect the Grammys to vote for Nicki Minaj. Who are you? Take all of that stuff off. Nicki, I want you to take all of that off. Everything. The makeup, your clothes. And what I want you to do is stand in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? And once you find out who that person is, be that person and stay that person. And stop switching up. Like, I do feel weird seeing Nicki Minaj at Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards. Because if I had children, I would not want my children seeing Nicki Minaj on there with Will Smith, and then how she talking about how she want to shake her ass, and you know.
She said that at the show?
No, she didn't say it at the show, but it's just that some of her songs are just not too appropriate to me. But it's a lot of other people that's not appropriate neither. But her, I don't see them on Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. So, Nicki, that it was just bullshit. And I am so here for you, Nicki. I am so here for you. Your lyrical content lately has been trash, but the shit from the past, I was loving that. I was loving that Nicki Minaj. I don't know. I don't know if pop changed her.
But I thought she was hip hop.
She's hip hop, but she's pop now. Super Bass ain't no rap song. That is pop.
I know.
Oh my God! Like, she didn't even. Roman needs to die. Roman needs to die. A Roman Holiday. This bitch, she gave me. Let me tell you what she gave me.
Roman Holiday, isn't that Audrey Hepburn movie with William Hogan? Yeah, that's
Roman's Holiday.
Roman Holiday. That's the movie Audrey Hepburn won the Oscar for.
I don't know if she was trying to come at the Catholic Church, but she was giving me Like a Prayer mixed with Born This Way. When I say with Born This Way,
she did win the Oscar for Roman Holiday.
I have no clue.
Oh, I forgot. You don't know anything about
Nah, I sure don't.
Sorry.
But the performance, it gave me Like a Prayer. And then the outfits that last year that Lady Gaga and them wore when they performed Born This Way, that's what it looked like. Nicki, you need your own character. You need to be Nicki Minaj. But Lil' Kim, let me tell you, bitch, you got a chance to step it up. You really have a chance to. Your single comes out tomorrow. I hope it don't have nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. I just hope that it's just that.
It most likely comes.
I hope not. I want it to be that. I want Lil' Kim back too. I want the old Lil' Kim back.
Well, you can't get her back. Her face.
Yeah, but
Her face is telling you. Her face alone lets you know you can't get the old one back.
But on a good day, Lil' Kim looks good. On a good day. I think I've been saying on a good day.
Nicki Minaj is not a bad looking girl. If she would just stop.
She's so pretty. She don't know what she wants to be.
Yes, it's so confusing to me.
She made herself look like a fool. And that's 39 million people watching you.
Yeah.
So you got to slay.
This wasn't her first time performing at the Grammys, was it?
Yeah.
It was?
Mm-hmm. I bet you they won't invite her back no more.
I bet you they won't.
Sure won't.
I bet you they won't. And if they do, it won't be no time soon. Heck no.
And like, Nicki, you got a whole lot going for you. You were the only rap artist nominated for Grammys. The only female rap artist nominated for Grammys. And congratulations to Kanye West, who swept the rap categories, won Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance. He also won something else. I can't remember. But McCall and I had a big debate last night on Block TV. And thank you to everyone that watches on Block TV. Why are you humming?
No, I'm humming.
You better sing it.
That's my song.
So McCall and I
voted for that, didn't
she sure did. McCall and I have a debate. I want to know how y'all feel about it. I feel that if you're going to have your record company submit your music to the Grammys, and when you are the lead nominee with 7 nominations, I think that you should be at that award show. Mikkel feels different about it. But I think that you should be there because that's like a slap in the face of the Grammys. Like, these Grammys don't mean nothing. Like, if you're not doing something important that day, I think you should be there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, Jay-Z is someone, he don't even come to the Grammys no more. He don't even come to the BET Awards. But he didn't ask to be nominated. With the Grammy, when you submit stuff, I think you're asking to be nominated. I want to know, how do y'all feel? Should Kanye West be there? Or should anybody that gets nominated, should they be there now unless they really can't make it?
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I do.
I don't think so. I mean,
This is, let me tell you something.
It's an even bigger slap in the face if you're sitting there and you're nominated for 7 and you don't win 7. Now that's
You don't have to win 7.
No, but I'm saying if you don't win anything.
Because sometimes you weren't the best, but,
Okay, but
it's good to be nominated, shit.
It is good to be nominated. So I'm nominated. Okay, I'm nominated.
No. This is why I say it's not. This is why it probably don't mean a lot. Let me tell you something.
Well, let me just say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kanye, you said how many Grammys did you say Kanye West
He
has?
has probably like 16 or 17.
He has, okay, he probably has over 10. I don't know.
No, he has a lot more.
I said over 10.
Let's say over 15.
Okay, well, he has over 10. And over 15 is over 10, right? Okay. Jay-Z, I don't know how many Grammys he has.
About 15.
He has Grammys too. Whatever. They have their Grammys. You know, some people, okay, fine, they submitted their work to them. Fine. They have their Grammys. You know, they may not look at it as the way some new artists like maybe an Adele or a Nicki Minaj may look at it early out in their career. Just like, for instance, you know, there was, remember the actress Katharine Hepburn. Now, Meryl Streep has 14 Oscar nominations throughout her entire career. Katharine Hepburn is the only actress to have 12 Oscar nominations in the same category for Best Actress. Meryl Streep's Oscar nominations are Best Actress and some are for Best Supporting Actress. But Katharine Hepburn was, throughout her entire 60-something career, was always nominated in the Best Actress category. The only actress/actor to ever have that. She also is the only actor or actress to this day to win 4 Oscars. Katharine Hepburn was in the movie business from the late 1920s all the way into the 1990s when she was in her 80s. Never, ever, ever attended the Academy Awards. Never accepted any of her Oscars. Never attended. The only time she ever attended was when she presented one of her friends with an honorary award. And after she gave him an award, she walked off the stage and left and never went. Some people some people are not really into that hype like that. I think that for Katharine Hepburn to be nominated 12 times throughout her 60-something career and win 4 Oscars and never attended, she never ever stepped on stage to accept her Oscar because to her it was another award. You know, what she did was bigger than an award. And some people,
if it's bigger than being the board, don't have your fucking name submitted in the
damn
list.
I mean, but some
don't
people,
put your name on the ballot to be recommended to be nominated. I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I can't speak for Kanye West and Jay-Z, but what I'm saying is some people may, they may present the award. I mean, may present their music to be nominated. Okay, fine. You present it to be nominated, and you don't go. Okay, I don't go. I mean, I don't see why I have to go. I presented my stuff to be nominated. If it's nominated, fine. If it's not, fine. That doesn't mean just because I present my stuff, you have to show up.
No, don't. My thing is, don't submit your music if you're not going to go.
But why?
And the same thing with Audrey Hepburn.
If
you're doing it for
Catherine.
Catherine. If you're doing acting to act, don't have your work submitted and never go.
Well, see, Oscars and Grammys are 2 totally different things.
I know they're 2 different things, but still. Just because I am nominated for an award does not mean that I always have to show up to the award show. What? Where does it say in the handbook that you have? It sure doesn't say that, but I'm thinking that you should. Just like sometimes we get mad that some people don't go to Soul Train Awards. Everybody, once they get they little big breakdown, nobody want to go no more.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm like, come the fuck on, like.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying like the Grammys are a high honor. Like, don't curse out the Grammys because you don't win awards and then you still submitting your work and you're not there to accept them.
But who cursed them out?
Kanye done cursed them out plenty of times.
I mean, but then that's something that Kanye West and the Grammys have. That's something that Kanye. Well, first of all, Kanye is like, we all know that Kanye is I don't want to use the word because now, you know, with GLAAD censoring people, I don't know which words I should use or which words I shouldn't use. I'm just saying, I don't know. I just don't know. But I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay?
Let me tell you something. Let me use local news as an example. Channel 6, they had the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Awards. Like every region had their own little Emmy Awards that you could win. Channel 6.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know
Channel 6 never submits anything. None of their artists, none of their anchors, reporters, none of their news stories, none of them are allowed to submit anything to them because their job is, we're here to talk about the news, and we are the number one. They are the number one station in Philly, and they don't submit their work for anything because they know they're that damn good. So I'm like, if they're not even submitting their stuff, you know, if you don't want to be nominated, don't submit your work. That's how I feel about the Kanye's and everybody else that don't show up. Like I know a lot of people won't show up to an Oscar award. Like if they nominated,
but a lot
billion
of people
% sure they're gonna go.
A lot of people don't show up.
Not unless they have other engagements.
Well, I mean,
But
that's not always
know-
true because I'm sure Meryl Streep has been nominated 14 times. Do you think she's been sitting in that audience
Probably.
14 times?
I see, not Audrey Hepburn. I see Meryl Streep at all the award shows.
Meryl
She
Streep
goes
is
to
sometimes,
everything.
but I'm saying she's sometimes there when she's not even nominated.
Yeah.
But do you honestly think that she's been there all 14 times? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think she's probably always
Something like
been there.
that.
But I mean, I don't think.
To me, something like an Oscar award, damn it, I would be there. I don't care if I'm in a cast or some crutches.
See, some people don't see it as you did because I think if you really knew the life of Katharine Hepburn, she wasn't that type of person. Katharine Hepburn was a renegade in her day. She was one. She was. They called her one of the first female big stars who wore slats on screen because you know back in her day it was unheard of women wear pants, and she defined that. She was different from the whole Hollywood scene. Just kind of a little bit like Celine Dion said. I don't do what the rest of the Hollywood people do because I don't want to be wrapped up in that. And that's kind of how Katharine Hepburn was. She did her own thing. She made her movies and then after it was done, she went about her business. She didn't get all wrapped up into the Oscars and the Golden Globes because that, to her, it wasn't about that. It was about making good work, and that was that. Another thing, the actors don't submit their work for Oscars. I think it's the movie studios or whatever the case that may do that, not the actors. Now, the musicians themselves, if they submit their work, okay, fine, they submit their work.
Well, no, musicians don't need it. This is what I'm saying. Look, who's ever in charge of the submissions, damn it, say I don't want my shit set in. If you're not gonna go. Now, I know that some award shows, some people get nominated just for based on record sales, like the American Music Awards. You know, but I just think that they should go. So we're done talking about that.
If I don't have nothing to wear, I'm not gonna go. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go. I don't have anything to wear.
Oh man, I really don't have. We really don't have enough to talk about. But I do want to say something about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They were cute. They were cute in Africa. It was a nice episode, but that Marlo Hampton.
She's gotta go.
That Marlo Hampton, I can't wait for her to go.
I can't wait.
I gotta get out of here. I'm in my Blonics, and I need this Louis Vuitton. You do know who that is, the designer. Like, she's too caught up in labels.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And it's not making her look good. It's making her look like, I don't know. She's looking like someone who's never had anything.
Yeah.
People who have never had anything act just like Marlo. They act just like that. They are all constantly talking about how much money they got in their pocket, how much money they got in their account, what they wear, what this. Oh, I know this designer. I know that label. I know this. You have never had anything. I can tell. Because people who have had stuff and are used to having stuff, you never even know they had it.
She
They don't talk
to
about
say
it.
that to Candy. Ex Candy, you do know who Louis Vuitton is.
I was looking at her. I was saying,
two-time
I was
Grammy winner.
doing this. I was doing this while you was writing bad checks. You gonna ask me? Do I know who Louis Vuitton is? I've been doing this shit since you've been in the state pen on your fourth run. Cause you've been in there 7 times. How dare you ask me? Do I know who Louis Vuitton is? Bitch, don't you know I ate dinner with him? And you gonna ask me? Do I know who he is? Get your life.
And she was up there throwing money everywhere, and those girls put that money in them titties. I would took that money too. And I guess she was throwing the money up to be smart at Sheree, but Sheree didn't pay her no mind, and I'm just so glad Sheree didn't pay her no mind. You know, them giving back to the children of Africa, that was really, really nice. And I could tell that Phaedra was really touched by that. You know, they all were. And that was just so nice to do that. You know, this is the side of people that we need to see more of on reality shows. I would love to see
kids would have stepped on Marlo's shoes.
Oh, God.
Can you just imagine?
Bet you want to step on my Christian Louboutins? I can see it now. She probably would have went off. But she probably would have said it to them. She would have said it in the confession. But you know, anyway, it was a cute Housewives. I enjoyed my wives. Let me tell y'all, I still love my bitch Ange, Big Ange. When them bitches started arguing in that house, she said, "I'm out of here. I'm not here for all of this." She doesn't surround herself with the drama, and I love that about Big Ange. That Karen and Ramona, they're cousins. They're like this. Ramona can't be trusted. She is a bitch. She thinks she's tough. She's not tough. I really want to see Drita and Ramona fight. Like, one-on-one, I really want to see who's the baddest bitch. Because they both walk around, and Karen, you know, they all walk around like they're the baddest bitches, and they're not. What else? You know, Ramona going to call out, she's going to call Carla to dinner talking about, yeah, because we don't know each other. And, you know, I'm tired of people talking about, she said this, she said this. It is a lot of he said, she said going on. And y'all too fucking old for this. All this he said, she said, and Drita said, and Karen said. Y'all doing way too much. But I think that they're trying to befriend Carla to get more dirt on Drita. And Carla, you're fucking stupid for falling into this mess. Like, don't do that. They can't be trusted. You're going to end up saying something that they're going to use against you and tell Drita. Then you and Drita are going to be going at it. And Karen is doing all this because she's miserable. She don't got no man. So she don't have nothing to keep her occupied but drama. So I'm hoping she finds some dick in the future. Ramona, you don't have a tough time finding that. You look good, but next week we'll see it all go down. I want to see Karen. I want to see what's her name?
Drita.
The mom. Renee. I want to see Renee confront Ramona because of what Ramona said about her husband. I want to see that. I can't wait till next week. I want to see it all unfold. Braxton Family Values. That was a tough show to watch, you know. But I'm so glad that I was there, and you know we both were there for Tamar during that tough time with Vince. But it really was hard to sit there and watch that episode, and then you seen Trina break down and crying with her mom about Gabe and everything. You know, like that was really, really heartfelt, and I feel that Trina is stuck. Because you got children that love this man, but you're not happy with this man because of things that he do to you. So what do you do? I say do what makes you happy. And, you know, sit down and explain to the children what's going on. You know, I know they might feel some type of way, but, you know, I think you should. I don't know what else to say or to discuss. Oh, yeah. Christina Milian signed to Young Money.
Oh, I know what I can talk about.
Christina Milian,
doesn't she follow you?
Yeah.
Choose your words wisely.
No, I got choose my words wisely. Step, no. Dear Christina, you are way too talented to be on Young Money. You are way too fucking talented to be on Young fucking Money. What happened to this gig with The Voice that I heard you was supposed to be doing? I would rather see you on The Voice to see you.
Or a judge on X Factor. Why can't they get her to do that?
Well, you know what?
I mean, she ain't doing nothing.
That is a good ass idea. That's a good ass idea.
What's her name? They were supposed to be meeting with Whitney either today or tomorrow.
I heard about that. So sad. And I think she would have been a good judge.
Yeah, because you know Whitney, her peak came and we went. And, you know, yeah. So she would have been
great. I still say y'all need to call Toni Braxton and put her ass on there. She would be great, and she would be a great example of the X Factor. And
Toni
she
would be making that money.
She would really help. She would really help support Reid being on the show because she was signed with them, and she got 6 fucking Grammys. So Duh. Get it together, Simon. Anybody from Fox watching this, y'all need to show this.
But get back on Christina real quick.
Christina Milian signing with Young Money. You are too talented for this. I don't know what happened with your dream. I mean, with your I think she was signed with.
With your dream.
I ain't mean to say. I thought she was signed with DreamWorks, but I think it was Warner.
I can
Warner
tell you what
Brothers.
happened to her dream. It became a nightmare.
Up Against the World was a hot ass song. Like, I'm thinking she's coming back. Come on! You gotta make a better. You mean to tell me Columbia Records don't want you, or RCA don't want you, or Epic, Sony? I know they all these records. All these record labels are collaborating now. Young Money, Christina, you better have that hot shit. They better promote the shit out of you. You better not fall for anything, because Christina, we haven't heard an album from you since what? So Amazing. That was like 6 years ago. Christina, and when you come on the Scorpion Show, we want to talk about why you decided to sign with Young Money. I mean, look at them. They got Nicki Minaj out here acting a damn fool. They got Drake the only one selling on the label. I don't know.
Well, speaking of L.A. Reid.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations, L.A. Reid. Oh, Christina. Oh, sorry. Speaking of L.A. Reid, so Ciara is now signed
with Epic Records.
Mm-hmm. Whatever the case may be. And so, I just find it a little weird. You gotta excuse me.
We're both tired.
Well, I'm more tired because I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and I had to wake up at 6:15.
Why you was up that late?
You know why? Because every time I come home from church, I take a nap. When I shouldn't do that. When I came over your house yesterday, I was just waking up from a 3-hour nap.
Wow.
And I should not have did that. But anyway, so then I couldn't go to bed until 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I had to wake up at 6.
For all that, you might have just stayed and did the review with me last night.
I should have, but I didn't know. I thought I was going to go home, watch the show, and go to bed. That did not happen. But anyway, so, what was I saying? Oh, L.A. Reid. So, Ciara's now signed with him. So, a lot of people were, saying, because I thought it was a little weird, I just don't think that Ciara has it anymore. I just don't think that she has the whole momentum and the hype around her the way she did maybe a few years ago. I think this may be a little cute signing for her with her and L.A. Reid. But then, somebody tried to compare and say, well, L.A. Reid brought Mariah back when she was down on her luck, and I said, he sure did. But Mariah, Ciara, I'm not going to do it.
You can't do that.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
They're in two different realms.
They are in two different realms. That's why Mariah had a way better chance of coming back than Ciara, because first of all, when Mariah went on her stump, when she went on her stump and L.A. Reid brought her back from her stump, Mariah was already considered a legend. She was already a big-time person in the industry. This was Mariah and Carey. Ciara, it's like,
you know what? I tend to.
I'm not saying that Ciara can't do it, but I don't think it's going to be as big and as major as people think it's going to be.
What?
I just don't.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me, because I don't think it.
There's nothing wrong. As long as Ciara does award shows, she gets her promo on, she comes back with hot music, Ciara's going to be fine. Ciara is someone that I'm not giving up on.
But you know what? Ciara couldn't. All right, go ahead.
I'm not going to give up on her. Let me tell you,
because I said I wasn't going to be shady anymore.
Let me tell you what the problem is. The problem with Ciara is Rihanna. That's the problem. When Rihanna was not on the scene, Ciara was played on both pop and urban. She always had a hit. The only hit she didn't have was "And I." She helped out that group Phil Mob with "So What." Then she came out with "Get Up." She came out with, after that, "Like a Boy." And then she worked with 50 Cent, and then that shit just went woo.
No, yeah, but see, nobody's not doubting her talent.
It went down. But let me tell you, she has the chance to do it. She needs a record label that believes in her. Job Records believe more in Britney Spears than Ciara. Britney Spears can't fucking dance no more. She can't do that shit she used to do.
Yeah, but they knew that Britney Spears was going to bring them record sales.
But she didn't bring in a lot of record sales.
Yeah, but she brought in way more than Ciara could ever.
Look.
That's the thing. See, my thing is, I agree with you. I agree with you, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Ciara. I just don't think that Ciara is going to deliver this time around like a lot of people are expecting.
And let me tell you something about
because
Ciara.
Britney Spears, the difference between Ciara and Britney Spears, again, Britney Spears was this big thing. And still is this big thing. Britney Spears can't sing for shit. She can't dance for shit. But she come out with another album, and that album's gonna sell for shit.
It's gonna sell, but it don't sell as much as it used to.
Okay, but she's gonna always sell more than Ciara.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Ciara didn't get. She got bare minimum promotion. when you are signed with the label, you need to be with the label that believes in you. That's gonna go out there and promote you. You go out there and promote yourself and have your fans promote your stuff. But the number one thing is, you can't have 1 million followers and sell 39,000 copies in a week.
And have
you need people
sell more.
Okay, and Carrie Hilson was right, bitch. I don't want to sell no 40,000. Who would? Who would? So when they bring Ciara back, they need to bring back the Princess of Crunk and B is back. Claim that shit. Don't be like, oh, that's not me. Claim it, cause it's you. It's about you.
Own it.
Own it.
Own it.
And Ciara, let me tell you something else. You must humble yourself. You must really humble yourself.
Because she does not come off as being humble anymore. She comes off
like, yeah, that's me. Listen to your fans. Listen to your fans. I'm one of the people you block because I want to see you do good. Now, one day did Kelly Rowland ever block me because I've been talking my shit about what's been going on with her too. You know what? It's I love you, I miss you, ha ha ha. Talk on the phone, here, there, everywhere. Like a lot of these people respect me. I'm not saying anything that's mean. I want to see you progress. I just want to see you win, Ciara. Just like how Rich is in Olivia's back, like how he's there for her no matter how hard-headed her ass is. That's how I am for you. Like I know Ciara can win. I know she can succeed. But she needs a strong record label behind her. She needs a strong fucking album. She needs her music played on both pop and urban. Because the urban people don't really run out to the stores and buy your music like they used to. You know, when you got the mixture of the white people and the black people getting your shit, you putting on a great show, you know, it's greatness. But they gotta market Ciara like the Princess and Crunk and B is back. Work with Little John. Get the fuck back in that studio with Jazzy Fag. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I know that first album, y'all made some fucking magic. Call Missy Elliott. Get her ass back on your shit. You know, Ciara, you got a lot of great music, but it could be excellent. It can be excellent. Like, stay in the studio, cooking up some good shit. Stop hanging with the Kardashians. Stop being on Sunset Boulevard or wherever the fuck y'all be at. And just give us some great fucking music. Stop being a fucking socialite. You don't see Beyonce or Lady Gaga out there hanging around with these people, taking pictures and shit, having dinner. You don't see that. You know where they at? They fucking working. Beyonce just had a baby, but I'm sure she got a studio in her house. Fucking singing in that fucking studio about Blue Ivy.
You got people tweeting already saying that she's already working there.
She probably is. Shit. Blue over there in her damn yes, in the bassinet, and Beyonce over there slaying. Oh boy.
You know what it is? It's just some people's work ethics are a little bit different.
Yeah.
That's all it is. People like Beyonce and Lady Gaga, they are people who want it. You see what I'm saying? There are people who want it. And not only that, I think this also shows why Lady Gaga and Beyonce also teamed up with each other on those two projects. Because both of them knew she's a hard worker and she's a hard worker. And I know that when it comes time to actually work, we're going to get this shit done. Well, I'm not going to be the one holding the ball and then you just wanting to be cute and pretty over there and doing your thing every night in the clubs and stuff. No, when it's time to work, we're going to get this done.
Look.
And I think that's what it is that some of these other female artists need to realize.
If Chris Brown can have a big comeback, I know damn well Ciara can. And it's not even about Chris Brown if he can sing or can't he sing. He just got that fucking hot music. And that's what you need to do, Ciara. Get us that hot music.
And Chris Brown makes you want to get up and dance.
Yeah.
You know?
Ciara can do the damn
she can do the damn thing too. She could. Ciara to me needs to
oh my
stick to what she
God.
knows. She needs to stick to what she knows, which is dancing.
I love me some fucking Ciara. I do.
All this, ooh, don't do it. That's why That's why we have Gaga, Christina, Beyonce, Katie.
Look.
All that. That's why. Don't just.
When you give a hot ass performance, don't nobody care if you sing
or
live.
not. Yeah, don't nobody care. So that's why she needs to stick to singing.
And dancing. And give an overproduction. Y'all, I mean,
and don't try to sing no Whitney Houston song.
Thank God. She know what she could do.
You know,
she knows.
Well, she clearly she did that Michael Jackson tribute.
No, but I mean, child, don't do that. Don't do that. At least I could heal the world. Don't do that. But at least she did it, you know.
What song did she sing?
Heal the World.
Oh God, I forgot.
So thank y'all.
She's making the world a worse place.
Oh, no.
I know
You
worser
are
is
so
not a word.
shady.
Okay, I just said worser, and I can tell people, oh, hell, that's not a word. I know.
Don't do that.
It was a joke.
Don't throw shade at CC.
Why?
I am a big fan of hers. I want to see her win. And Ciara, if y'all like what I had to say about Ciara, I want y'all to tweet her and tell her to unblock me.
She's like, why?
She watches.
Well, why you want her to unblock you?
And I'll be hearing because I think that me and Ciara, we could have a nice talk. If me and Kaya can fucking be tweeting each other and shit, me and Ciara can tweet.
Well, yeah, that's because Kaya every now and then is throwing shade towards me.
But Kaya throws shades at everybody.
I don't even follow Kaya, nor do I listen to Kaya, nor do I talk about Kaya, nor do I dream about Kaya.
You know
I
what?
don't think about Kaya, I don't smell Kaya, I don't see Kaya, I don't want to know what Kaya is doing, but yet Kaya wants
you to pay your pussy bill. That's what she wants you to pay.
What does that mean?
I want you to pay your dick bill, okay? You want me to pay my pussy bill, pay your dick bill. She got a song called Pay Your Pussy Bill. I like it. But anyway.
Oh God. It's making my hair hurt.
Kaya, won't you do a video introduction for the Scorpion Show?
Oh, child.
Hey, this is Kaya, the whatever you want to call yourself. Come on. Okay. I don't know. She can't dub herself. Okay. Oh, she's going to say the Queen of the South. Then Jackie O might bust her in the mouth. I don't know. Trina.
And we be mixed in the middle of that controversy.
Okay, that's going to be good for us.
I don't want that. No type of promotion like that.
Kaya, what did you think of Nicki Minaj's performance? Oh yeah, Kaya wants to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I say put her ass on there. I'm all for it.
That would be a key fucking kid.
Yes, cause she'd get them bitches in check. I would live. I would live for that. So thank you guys for watching the Scorpion Show. We will be back later this week with a new video. To all the people out there, happy Valentine's Day. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. If you go on a date and you happen to get some, please strap it up. Don't be going in, let him go in all raw. Or letting her go in raw for, well, I shouldn't have said that. But have a good Valentine's Day. I'm going to enjoy mine. And
where you doing tomorrow?
I am supposed to be going out tomorrow.
Oh, where you going?
I want to go bowling. I really want to go bowling. I want to go bowling and have a good time. So.
Well, I'll be spending mine in church.
Oh, they having service?
No, they're not having that type of service. I have to go to this class at church.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well, it is good because I'm single, so I don't have anything else
singing?
to do. Single!
Oh. Singing? Sing on what?
They tried to get me to sing the other day in church. Okay. No, but you know, I've never had a Valentine. Actually, I had one, but the Valentine wasn't in Philadelphia. No, it wasn't a Valentine. But it was very nice because they sent me a gift. But I never had one, even when I was in a relationship last year. Oh, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
I remember that.
Oh, wow. But even when I was in a relationship last year, that Valentine's Day, we were in LA. Mm-hmm. And I didn't.
But y'all was together.
We were together, but didn't know that it was Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
That's when the relationship was going down at that time.
Yeah. I was over you that day. But
I was, yeah. But you know.
That was this week. This day last year.
It was.
Child, Beyonce and Kelly Rowland and Serena Williams and Ciara were all at that Grammy party. It was popping. I was so fucking drunk. I had a good time. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for watching. We're going to get up out of here. Make sure you thumbs up, share this video, blah, 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 blah. Subscribe. If you watch our show and not subscribed yet, what the fuck you waiting on? Hit that button. BET Honors tonight. I'm pretty sure it'll be off by the time this video is up. But enjoy BET Honors. Enjoy VH1 is having something on Whitney Houston. It might replay if you looking for it. It's called The Death of a Diva. Make sure y'all watch that. I know 106 and Park got their own stuff going on too. Good night, y'all. Peace. Rest in peace, Whitney.